Why am I under the trailer? Well, with the week I've had this week, it's the only place I can hide. Hello, I am Steve Slip. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you are new, would you please like, subscribe? If you are a current subscriber, well, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I'll catch you up on that in a little bit. But yeah, rough week. It's gonna happen. So anyway, man, let's just start with last 2 Thursdays ago. I was pulling into a pilot for a break. I just got loaded, 41,000 pounds, pulled into a pilot, was gonna go to the restroom before I hit the road, and backed into a spot, take a half hour, pulled my brakes, and kaboom. And thought, wow, man, I'm lucky I blew a tire here. And I get out and I look around and I don't see anything. And the guy next to me was like, was that you or me? And I said, I don't know. I'm looking at my tires and everything seems fine. And he was like, well, I don't see anything on mine. He's like, that's weird. And I'm like, yeah, that's weird. And anyway, he goes inside, I go inside, I go back out and I'm eating in my truck. My half an hour's done, getting a seat, and I get ready to go and I can't move. And I'm like, oh boy. So I put it back in park, shut it down, get out, start looking around, crawling underneath, and that's when I found the damage. So, in a nutshell, airbag blew, took out my brake chamber, and I had to wait for Roadside. So this is an airbag. It's a suspension for the cushioned ride for the trailer, and it's on all wheels, axles. But that front one up there blew, and it took out my brake chamber, which is down there. You could see that. Anyway, the ballast or the bell flew out of there when it exploded, and it took out the air hoses for my brake chamber, and they had to put a whole new fitting and a whole new brake chamber on there. But that's what happened. So I was able to get that fixed and get on the road, but my ABS light was on my trailer. And I was headed down to Jackson, Mississippi. I was going to take a break at the terminal. Thought, you know what? I'll take a break there. I'll get the trailer fixed, and I'll be good to go. So the following week was actually brake week, which was last week. And, you know, they're checking brakes and whatnot. So driving down the highway with a big old yellow light on the side of my trailer saying my ABS brakes aren't working wasn't going to be fun. So anyway, I planned my trip to stop in Jackson. I get there Friday night. I go to the shop and I get on the list to get the trailer done. Sit all day Saturday, and still can't get the trailer in. And I was going to leave Sunday afternoon. Told them that to get to my receiver, and so I could be there first thing in the morning. I had a 6 o'clock in the morning delivery. And come Sunday, by about noon, nothing happening. 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, this isn't good. So I end up calling Road Breakdown and saying, hey, the shop's super busy. Could you get somebody out here to look at my trailer? My ABS light's on. And the Road Breakdown, I guess, got a hold of the shop, because the shop came right over to me and said, oh, why don't you get your trailer in here? Apparently EcoShield, not that we take precedence, but since we are under load and we don't have very many trailers that we could switch out or swap from, that they ended up pulling me in. They hooked up the computer and found out that I guess when that airbag blew, it knocked some of the rings loose, the ABS sensor rings on my wheels. And they're like, there's no way. It's a 6-hour job. We can't get that done today. But they fixed it to where the ABS light came off, and I was able to leave and go to my delivery and drop off that load on Monday. I did come back. I went to Baton Rouge, which is right down the road from Hammond, Louisiana. Picked up a load, came back to the yard, and put my trailer in the shop. Tuesday at about 1 o'clock, they got everything done, buttoned everything up, got it all fixed. I ended up getting 4 brakes, ended up getting 2 of the ABS discs repaired, so I was good to go. Ended up heading up to Michigan to take a load, but tell you what, that was a day I missed. Now, I had to take a 34 over the weekend, so that really wasn't a big deal, but you know, I did lose some time and some mileage Monday, all day Monday, half of Tuesday. I was able to make it up to the west side of Detroit. I did unload there, and then I headed over to the east side of Detroit and was able to pick up that evening by 6 o'clock. Brain fart. It said 14, not 15. My bad. Side of me. Pull our tandems forward. We'll slide them back on in. There we go. Does color look good on me? I think so. And got back on the road, stopped in Beaver Creek, Ohio, rested for the night. So I got up the next morning, got on the highway, and within a few minutes, there was a construction zone. I was on 75 going south towards Dayton, Ohio, and it's a 2-lane highway. And when you are in the left lane, it splits off to the other side of the highway. Where the oncoming traffic is. So there's one lane coming north and one lane going south. And if you stay in the slow lane, it goes straight through. In the middle lane, they were doing construction. So it was like that for maybe a mile. But coming up to it, I saw 75, both lanes, and I saw 62 only to the right. So I followed a truck in front of me, and I'm like, I'm going to go to the left. And ended up going to the left. Well, I got about halfway through that construction zone, and there was an Ohio State Trooper, and he got behind me. And the minute we got out of that construction zone, he pulled me over. Well, that's not fun. And needless to say, I didn't see the signs that said trucks use right lane. Apparently there's a couple of signs that were there. I didn't notice them at all. I was watching the big signs that said 75 this way, 62 this way. And, I just didn't see it. So, unfortunately, I got a ticket. My first ticket. Yeah, woo! My first ticket in 30 something years. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Super nice guy, just doing his job. And, he just went after me because I was the last one through there. He says they go through there all day long, and he pulls people over. So, but anyway, no big thing, but I'll do a commercial here. So if you're new into the trucking industry and your company offers you a prepay attorney fee plan for your license, take it. So anyway, I pay $3 a week, and it goes to this company that's a prepay attorney thing to protect your license. So I just called them up. I scanned over the ticket. They'll go to court for me. They'll get it knocked down, so there's no points. The ticket was for a traffic control device. That's what he wrote it for. He didn't write me for a construction zone. Like I said, the guy was very cool, very respectful, and just doing his job. But anyway, the attorney fees, you pay $100 to take care of the ticket. So anytime you get a ticket, it's $100, but you do pay that fee every single month or every single week. It's $3. So anyway, I got on my way, and I had to call safety, let them know that I was issued a citation. And then, of course, I got a hold of the legal company and went down that route. Anyway, made it all the way down to Knoxville, Tennessee. I unloaded and went over to Sparta, Tennessee, and spent the night there in Sparta. Got loaded that morning and took off towards Laredo, Texas. Got maybe a half an hour out of Sparta, and state of Tennessee trooper pulls me over. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I wasn't speeding. I wasn't going through a construction zone. I was in the right lane. And he walks up to the truck and looks in the window, and he's like, Tennessee State Trooper, I'm Officer so-and-so, and we're doing level 3 inspections, and you just happen to be next. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, sir, I'm new. I've only been driving for a year. I've never went through an inspection. So if you can please, be patient with me and just, kind of guide me along. And he's like, not a problem at all. First thing you need to do is send your logs over to me. Do you know how to do that on your ELD? I said, yes, sir, I do know how to do that. But you might want to kind of guide me just to make sure I'm doing it right. And, you know, I gave him the computer and he showed me where to go. And I sent my logs and they look at the last 7 days. And then he wanted my permit book, which we have a really nice permit book. It's a leather bound permit book. It looks something like this. It's got all of our insurances, all our certificates for the states, all that good stuff, registration. Anyway, I needed to give him that, my driver's license, my medical card, and then I had to get the insurance and the registration off the trailer and give it to him as well. He then orders me back to his cruiser, and I'm like, great, this is gonna be fun. I go back to the cruiser, and he's like, everything looks great. I have no issues whatsoever. I don't need to upgrade it to a level 2 because your truck looks really good. He's like, in fact, it's one of the cleanest I've seen in a while. So I was like, yeah. And he's like, here's a piece of paper. He printed it out. He's like, you need to send this to your safety department. They need to sign it and send it back to the state of Tennessee. Just says that they did a level 3, that we passed with flying colors, and that they acknowledged that. So they have to keep track of all that stuff. So yeah, that was quite fun. So yeah, not a great week. But I will tell you, on the high side, the trip they gave me, and it being Labor Day weekend, I can't deliver till Tuesday, and I was able to swing by my house in Corpus and spend 2.5 days at home on not scheduled home time, which is a blessing. And this is one of the things that they said I'd be able to do when I got into the company. And this is this side of the company, and this is just the first time that it's actually happened. So they said that, you know, they'll try to put me on that route a little bit more in between home time to help me do that. When I could stretch out my home time if I'm getting home every 3 weeks or so. So that was really cool. Had a great time at home. And just, you know, the kids, everybody. In fact, I surprised my kids. I didn't tell them. Told my wife. She said she was going to the store. She came and picked me up and brought me back home, and I got to surprise everybody. Mr.
Hi, Steve.
Hello.
Mr. Blue. Mr.
My boy.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Oh, I don't know where I put it.
Mr. Blue!
Daddy!
How are you?
Blue.
Mr. Blue! Go! How are you? So all in all, not the best of weeks, but it's not the end of the world. I ended up getting about 2,300 miles for the week. Not as much as I wanted, but I pushed it as hard as I could with that maintenance delay. So I will do a separate video updating my mileage and settlements for the lease, because I know some people are interested in that. But it wasn't a horrible week as far as pay goes. Definitely, I could have, you know, pushed another 400, 500, 600 miles if I wouldn't have had the trailer issue. But all in all, you know, it's just a ticket. It's not the end of the world. Although it cost me $100, that's not fun. And I got to spend some time at home. So, you know, I guess I could look at the bright side of things, or I could sit here and fester and complain and all whatever. It's trucking, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get pulled over, and things are just gonna break. That's just it. Thank God it was on the trailer, because I'm not responsible for the trailer. I don't have to take anything out of my pocket for the trailer. I only have to take care of what happens to the tractor. So knock on wood that my tractor here keeps treating me very nicely. It's running great. Everything's been so good so far for the year that I've had this. And that reminds me, I have been at KLLM for a year, and started with my trainer last month after I got out of the academy in Lancaster. So I've been here a year. So that should tell you a lot if you're watching this video. I know it's not a lot about KLLM in this video. It's just, you know, me vlogging on my journey. But to say that I've been with KLM for a year, I'm free from my school contract, which means that you don't pay them money back for your schooling, but you just pay back with time. So now that my year's up, I don't owe them anything if I was to leave. But quite honestly, I don't want to leave. I should say a lot. I've been here a year. I'm actually really enjoying my job. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I'm learning a lot. And I'm meeting a bunch of wonderful drivers and people that I'm happy to call friends. So if you're watching this, go back and watch some of the other videos about KLLM. Watch the mileage. I've been consistent for that year with my miles. You know, they fluctuate here and there, but pretty much consistent, so you can figure out your pay, you can figure out all that. If you're trying to choose a company, I don't get paid to say this, but try KLLM. I do have a video coming out on where they're hiring, where they're not hiring, and the 2 schools that are still running, Burns Harbor and Jackson, Mississippi. And we're trying to get the Lancaster one back open and hiring in Texas and all that good stuff. So we need the economy just to be a little bit better, and hopefully that comes soon. But I just wanted to get this quick video out and say hi. Hope everybody had a wonderful Labor Day weekend with their families. I know I did for the short time I was at home. But continue to follow, continue to watch, continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to comment, continue to make fun of me. All that fun stuff. I enjoy every bit of it. And I love interacting with all of y'all. And met some great people that are fans. They make me starstruck. Marcus, I'm talking to you. It was wonderful talking to your mother. So hi, Marcus's mom. And I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you continue to watch. And thanks for making me feel like a star for 15 minutes of fame. And it was just a pleasure to hang out with you for a little bit, Marcus. So anyway, to everybody else, have a wonderful evening. God bless. I'm Steve Sliff. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.